I've got a very important person with me right now, and he's probably blushing. Is he blushing? He's blushing. He's not a big fan of the camera. But this man was the coach of the 89, 90 and 91 premiership, am I correct? So Barry Williams, welcome to Game Face.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's not really much of an effort, only 3 premierships. Why couldn't you go more? You must have had some good cattle.
Oh, yeah, it was... there was a core group of good people here. Then they recruited 9 others, myself included. A few blokes from Upper Gully who were good, and there was a really core group of good kids that come through the under-17s. It's just like somebody once described it like a perfect storm. It just all came together, everybody in the right place at the right time.
Did you have an inkling that was going to happen?
No, not at all. I was 33 years of age and coming to the end of my football career, and I'd played down on the flat, as they said, and Upwey rang me up and asked would I be interested in coaching, and I'd had a serious injury the year before, and I knew Upwey because people I'd known, and I'd been up here, and people I knew had been up here, and when they asked me to coach, I was thinking about coaching, and I went, yep, okay. Easier to take the team that asks you rather than go looking for yourself. So I just arrived here and without any real expectations, and just look forward to coaching, and it just panned out that way.
It's amazing, and the rest is history. But speaking of history, you obviously have a great history with all the past players and the players you coached and the other coaches that you've met. That's the one thing that footy does, and it doesn't matter at what level, any level, highest, lowest, middlest level, junior, you still end up making lifelong friends.
Oh, definitely. And that's one of the great things, because, as I said, I was coming to the end of my football career, and I'd played in a couple of losing grand finals, and I'd never won a premiership, and really it got to the point where I thought, well, it's possibly not going to happen. And these guys, so it's 30 years on now, and we even went out last night. Jimmy came over from Perth and said, oh, look, do you want to catch up? So about 7 of us went out last night, and so we've already started again.
Had a good time?
Oh, yeah, too good. Somebody put something in my beer. I don't know what it was.
Oh, that's that old story. What about the changes in footy? Not just in men's footy, but the fact that we've got females playing footy now.
I had a bit of a background. I'm an ex-teacher, and so I used to run female footy games for our senior girls against another school before it even actually got involved. So the girls loved it. We'd pick a really wet day, and they just go in and throw themselves around, and they always loved it. So I have no issues with that at all. I just think I'm not a fan of the under-19 comp and the now VFL comp. I don't think that's done footy any favours, and it's interesting to see.
In what way?
Oh, I think that took a lot of the team, the genuine team aspect out of it. They just turned it a breeding ground for, and there's a lot of collateral damage out of that, because the kids they bring through, they already know a pretty good idea who they're going to judge and who they're going to recruit, but everybody else is a supporting cast to that. And many of them go into that comp as kids, and they just seem washed out or burnt by the experience, and a lot of them don't stay in footy.
Well, I'm glad you're saying that, because someone needs to say that if that's what's happening, because I interview a lot of female footy players on the Peninsula and Southern Football Netball League and Outer East, where we are now, and it's all about the fact that these girls are having an absolute ball.
Oh, look, they love it, and there's a few other clubs around that I know, and they talk about the girls coming into and what a difference it's made to the club, and how much
it's changed the fabric of the clubs.
Yeah, but it's re-energised a lot of clubs in a lot of way, and I know I always liked the netball side of things with the country clubs. I always thought that was really good, and so you couldn't do it in the metropolitan area, or they don't do it, but now the girls' football has given that sort of that energy to it, and the girls, they're so passionate about it. A lot of these girls have come in without any background, and so people may criticise their standard, but that will improve now as these girls feed through. You certainly can't deny their endeavour. I love it. They go in so hard, sometimes to their own detriment, I think.
Well, when we started this conversation, I had no idea we'd go down that track, but I'm glad we did, and it's really, really nice to talk to you. I can tell you I probably will never retire. I don't think I could afford to, but lovely to meet meet you and go in and enjoy your time in there with the boys and I'm sure some of the ladies that you met over a period of time playing footy. Good luck with everything, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. That wasn't as painful as I thought. Thanks.
Get your game face on.